The aftermath of violence can be like a tornado ripping through a town, and by no choice of our own, violence can come into our lives and leave a path of destruction that can sometimes permanently alter us, our relationships, and our lives. We are fascinated by tornadoes because humans love displays of power. We will watch them on the news and storm chasers will chase them, but after 24 hours, no one pays much attention to the path of destruction it left behind and the destroyed lives that will take years to rebuild. And just like a tornado gets attention, violence gets attention. You can find endless classes that will teach you how to fight, and that's all good, but like picking up the pieces after a tornado, no one prepares you for the aftermath of violence or for the trauma that real malevolent violence brings. Real violence isn't like a martial art class where we high-five each other after the sparring session and go about our lives. When we experience real malevolent violence, it often causes destruction that can't be undone. And that's why we need to talk about it. All right, so let's talk about PTSD that victims of malevolent violence often experience. We may have spent our whole lives thinking that we were safe, that people were good, and that our family would protect us. Our whole psychological framework developed around these assumptions. That was the platform that we built our lives on. But that assumption was wrong, and that platform crumbled. And now we have to build a whole new reality in a world we no longer trust, and we might have to do it alone and with a whole lot of heartache and in very difficult circumstances. Some of us have been born and developed in a culture of trauma and victimization, where we were hardwired into generational trauma. And now violence and victimization is what we use to survive. Again, it's not easy to heal from that, but with help, it can be done. And if you are in that place and you aren't finding the help, keep looking for the helpers and keep working on yourself. The helpers are out there. Just be patient. All right, I want to take time out for just a quick minute and talk to the martial art and self-defense and combative instructors. Some of the people coming to you that signed up for your classes, they did so because they are searching for helpers. They are drowning in the aftermath of violence and don't know where to turn. So be honest with yourself and your students if you are educated and empathetic to their trauma, or if your main goal is just to teach them how to fight and it's something that you don't want to deal with or be sensitive to, you need to be very clear about that. Okay, let's get back on track. What else can we experience in the aftermath of violence? What if you're Billy Badass and you decide not to walk away from a street challenge because your ego got the best of you? What would happen if someone went lethal and then they pulled out a knife in the middle of the fight and you were injured or maimed? You would probably have medical bills that put you and your family under financial stress. You might have to cancel that vacation and adjust your lifestyle to pay for those bills. Maybe you wouldn't be able to work that job anymore. Maybe you would have to give up that hobby or activity that you love. Now, what would happen if you injured or maimed someone else? Think about how many people that would affect. If you injured someone's father, someone's mother, someone's son or daughter, we might face arrest, criminal court, civil court. Along with that, more legal fees, time off work, loss of jobs, maybe jail, and a permanent record. Do you think about how that will stress out your relationships? The people in your life that are supporting you will be affected. They might not know how to help you, so they might just distance themselves from you, leaving you isolated. There would be social consequences, people turning against you, social media campaigns against you. Everyone has a camera and their own version of the story. It's easy to destroy someone's reputation. There could be retaliation from the allies of the person that you were in a fight with. Maybe you're at a restaurant with your family 6 months from now, and someone has a score that they want to settle with you, and they see you before you see them. Future employment could be affected. You may have a record or have a reputation as a troublemaker. So this is why mindset is so important. If we have an eye for an eye, tit for tat mindset, be prepared for a very difficult life. But if we have a life that we love, and our goal is to get home safely to the people we love, then ask, does my training reflect that goal? And is it fostering a right mindset? So in conclusion, stay out of the path of tornadoes to the best of your ability, and don't be a victim of the aftermath.